Good morning and happy Monday. We are at our second subtitle, The Command to Work. Question 2a. Name one vital aspect of the fourth commandment. So we all know the fourth commandment, and the fourth commandment says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. And then it says the one vital aspect, 6 days thou shalt labor and do all thy work. And we know that God appointed from yesterday's subtopic. We learned that God appointed to man that he should be able to dress the Garden of Eden, and to keep it, to take care of it, to make it flourish. So that was his enjoyment, and his enjoyment was a pleasant one because it was not toilsome, it was not weary. Where after the fall, because he and Eve did not listen, they received that work that was toilsome. The ground was cursed for their disobedience, and they had to work double the amount of work. And not only that, but it was not pleasant as it was in the Garden of Eden, but it was still a blessing. So God gave work to man to actually keep him in line, to keep his faculties going, to be able to be a blessing to himself, to other people around him, and that we can bless the Lord with our, the reward of our hands. So here it says that the religion you profess makes it as much as your duty to employ your time during the 6 working days as to attend church on the Sabbath. You are not diligent in business. You let hours, days, and even weeks pass without accomplishing anything. The very best sermon you could preach to the world would be to show a decided reformation in your life, to provide for your family. Says the apostle, if anyone provide not for his own, and especially for those in his house, he had denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. Laziness and indolence are not the fruit borne upon the Christian tree. So God wants us to be faithful, to do his work, but also to work the 6 days so we can gain our daily bread. Question B, how do Christian stewards do their work? In Colossians 3:23, it says, do it heartedly as for the Lord and not for men. And that kind of sums it up. When you do something for God, you do it with all your heart, and you have to do it for yourself as well, to be able to enjoy the work of your hands. Sometimes people say, oh, work is not enjoyable, but it depends on what you do and with what mentality you do it. Because if you just put the thought in your mind like, oh, I have to do this, where you say, okay, this is what I have to do, and I need to do it in the best possible way, and God will help you, and you will accomplish it, and you will see that it was not as bad as you thought. So I like what it says in the note. The path of toil appointed to the dwellers on earth may be hard and wearisome, but is honored by the footprints of the Redeemer, and he is safe to follow. He is safe who follows in this sacred way. By precept and example, Christ had dignified useful labor. From his earliest years, he lived a life of toil. The great part of his earthly life was spent in patient work in the carpenter's shop in Nazareth. In the garb of common laborer, the Lord of life trod the streets of the little town in which he lived, going to and returning from his humble toil, and ministering angels attended him as he walked side by side with the peasants and laborers, unrecognized and unhonored. You are not to neglect the duty that lies directly in your pathway, but you are to improve the little opportunities that open around you. You must go on doing your very best in the smaller works of life, taking up heartily and faithfully the work God's providence has assigned you. However small, you should do it with all the thoroughness with which you would do a larger work. Your fidelity will be approved in the records of heaven. So God wants us to be faithful, to talk to him every day, and to actually, as we prepare for heaven, our preparation also is to keep busy on this earthly life, but not to let it overcome us. So let us be careful, and let us have a balance of, preparing for heavenly home, and also being able to take care of your family, take care of the needs of your financial needs, and then God will bless the balance. Question C: besides teaching our children to work and be industrious, what other aspects of stewardship should we teach them in early life? In Proverbs 3:9, it says, honor the Lord with all thy substance and with all thy first fruits of thy increase. So not only do we take our paychecks and use it for the bills and everything that we have to do, but it says honor the Lord with all thy substance, with everything that you have. Got to give him tithe and first fruits offerings, and the Lord will bless. I hope you enjoyed this portion of today's lesson, and I wish you a very beautiful day. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.